IVM.
Did you know this IPL season you can stand a chance to win 100% cash back on your credit card bills? It is very simple. Pay your credit card bill on Cred during power play, and if you win, your name and photo gets projected in the stadium, which you can also catch on your TV screen. So download Cred. Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's fun fact of the day has to do with one of the most dangerous sports in the world. Did you know that Buzkashi is the national sport of Afghanistan? It is a sport that is played all over Central Asia and has been played for centuries. If you remember seeing Rambo 3, you'll remember the sport very well. They play this on horseback and Rambo, of course, kicks ass, even though he's playing it for the first time. Buzkashi loosely translates into goat pulling. This is because the ball is a full headless goat, and there are two teams on horseback. The objective is to pick up the goat and put it in the goal at the other end of the field. Now, keep in mind that a goat weighs close to 50 kilos. The players have to stay on their horses at all times through the game. They can whip their horse and whip their opponent's horse, but they cannot hit their opponent's hands to drop the goat. You have to pull the goat from the hands, hence the name goat pulling. I believe this sport is crazy and one to be watched in person, but definitely not played, especially by me. No chance do I want to be on a horse risking my life for a dead goat. On the surface, this game seems to have a very simple goal: put the goat in the goal. However, if you begin to peel off the layers, you find out that the goal is very different from what the sport represents. The sport represents how brave and fearless you are. The sport also represents how good you are at horseback riding. It was a way to practice war games in times of peace. In our lives, we are taught goal setting. And I remember back in MBA college, we were taught SMART, the smart way to make goals, where SMART stood for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. We grow up and have financial goals, relationship goals, travel goals, fitness goals, friendship goals, career goals, and the list goes on and on. I'm sure you must have at some point in your life sat down and wondered what my goals must be. However, these goals are just like the goal when playing Buzkashi. They're just surface level things. If you want to know what is truly important and what will give you a sense of purpose, you have to peel away the layers to what your goal really represents. Your goal to become a CEO might just represent the need for approval from your mother. Your goal to travel the world might represent the need for freedom or adventure. Your goal of getting a fancy sports car might represent a lack in your physical appearance. Your goal to get fitter might represent the need to increase your self-worth. You see, with each of your goals, you have to dig past the surface and see what they represent. What is it that you are looking for when you set the goal? Once you identify what they represent, two things happen. The first is that it becomes easier to stick to the habit that will help you achieve that goal, because now you can actually see what the clear payoff is. But more importantly, the second is that you might realize that in order to get what the goal represented, you might not need to do the goal at all. Example, if traveling represents freedom, you might realize that you can achieve a sense of freedom without the travel. You do not need a passport for freedom. Or earning $1 million might represent financial freedom, but you don't need $1 million to be financially free. We soon realize most of our goals are external validators, things others are doing, and hence we feel we are missing out on. We see our friends with kids and a corporate job crushing it, and we want that as a goal, without stopping to think about what that goal actually represents to us. This small tweak in perspective can change the way you look at your life and at your goals. It is a profound change. When you can dig deep and ask what your goals represent, you no longer just get swayed by the outside world. You will be in control of your life and the choices. So today is not really a simple habit, but the stage before you create your habits. the stage when you are making your goals, ask yourself, what do these goals represent to me? So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome180.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We'd like to thank our sponsors on the network this week, Siet Tires and thewholetruthfoods.com. So this week on Advertising is Dead, Varun was joined by Mansi Zaveri. She shares her experience of running a community for parents of young kids and teenagers and of hosting a podcast along the same lines. Gauri Devidayal was joined by Divya Thani on This Round is on Me. Divya works as a global editorial director with Condé Nast Traveler. They discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of a travel writer's job. On Candid Kanan, Sid is in conversation with Adarsh Gaurav, who recently scored a BAFTA nomination for his role in the Netflix adaptation of The White Tiger. They talk about his role in the show, life pre- and post-stardom, and so much more. On Agla Station Adulthood, Ritash and Ayushi talk about the precious time and opportunities lost to the lockdown and share their post-COVID wish list. When it comes to cricket this season, we have you covered. In English, we have Edges and Sledges, which do their show live on YouTube. They look for announcements over there. And for our Hindi listeners, we have Khel Neeti, hosted by Rajiv Mishra and ex-Indian cricketer Sabah Kareem. This show is live streamed on YouTube every day at 9:15. Definitely do check these out and hope to see you again next week.
Come learn and experience the ABCDs of being queer with me, Shunetro,
and me, Farhad,
on our show, Gay BCD.
The two of us take you through our stories and experiences of being gay men in the city of Mumbai and have candid
and sometimes downright scandalous
conversations about sexuality, gay culture, and everything in between.
Catch new episodes of Gay BCD every Tuesday on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get all your podcasts from.